What's up guys, today's going to be part one of probably what is several videos. Today we're looking at these two GameCubes I picked up from a local used game store. Both of these are labeled to not work, so we're going to see if we can figure out what's wrong with them, if we can see if we can get them to work, see how bad a shape they're in internally, and then one of these two is going to be turning into my next Raspberry Pi project. So basically we're going to get one working and we're going to turn one into a new Raspberry Pi gaming system, like retro console. So I will probably end up using this one for that regardless, just because I think it looks cooler. But if we can get this one working, we may be able to move the internals into this one and make it work. But I haven't gotten inside these to see if they're, how similar they are, because if you look at the backs, they do have different outputs on them, so they're not the same revision. So I don't know if it'll work or not, but we'll find out. So this will be part one. We're just going to do a basic diagnostics on these guys, see if we can figure out what's going on, and see if we can get it to read a disc. The disc for testing with today, Lego Star Wars, just because it's the first game I grabbed off the shelf. So I have like 4 GameCube games, so it's not that big of a deal. And one of those is Japanese, and one of those is the cartridge for the Game Boy reader. So I have like 2 actual GameCube games. Love the system, I just don't have games for it, so let's get started. So step one of our troubleshooting ended up being, why does the TV not work? That's because it wasn't plugged in. The other issue we're running into is I don't have a power supply for these guys, so I had to go steal one off of my working GameCube, which is over there in the entertainment center, which I promise we'll get back to that eventually. I don't even know what I'm saying right now. Today's video is going to be extra random because I am out of my ADD medicine until later this afternoon when I can go pick it up. So it's gonna be an interesting ride. Good example, I went to the living room earlier to find a GameCube game, got to the living room, and I had no idea why I was there. No clue. It's gonna be a fun one, guys. So we got a power plug, multi-tap. Multi-tap's not the right word, I don't care. TV has power. Can you see the TV? Yes, you can see the TV. Using my super high-tech RF switch back there. Wow. Tape was so strong it's holding the power button from going down. This power button's really chewed up too. We might try and steal this clean power button off of this if we use this for the Pi. Also, I think my RF switch is broken because it hasn't shown me color through it in a while. The note from the game shop I bought it from says trouble reading multiple discs. I don't know if that means it just won't read at all, or if it's certain games it won't read. Doesn't matter, we're going to figure it out ourselves anyway. So one thing you want to do is take a note of where the laser is. I'm just going to use this little China pencil here, so we can always wipe it off. So I made a little notation on here, that's where the eye of the laser is. So that'll tell us whether the laser's moving in and out, which we should be able to hear, but sometimes you can't. So if we mark it, and it's not where it is now, then we'll know it worked. Alternatively, you can also push it all the way forward or push it all the way back, and you'll definitely hear it move then. Alright, so let's see what happens. I also didn't grab a controller, so we're going to have to actually reset and see if it goes straight into the game. Okay, that worked. Okay, let me go grab my other GameCube game and see if it works. Okay, so full disclosure, apparently I own 3 GameCube games, not just 2. Forgot that Lady Baka has an obsession with Animal Crossing Harvest Moon, so apparently I have those. Well, this says Game Boy Player. I guess we can see how that disc works. Open. Let Star Wars back in its box. Okay, well it read the disc. Interesting. Let's see if we can read Animal Crossing. Seems to work. Oh, yeah, a memory card for this one. I forgot you could do that. Memory card's in the box. This is apparently an old Blockbuster case too. I think the game in my personal GameCube is the Harvest Moon. So let me grab that and see if it works. Okay. Weird. This guy seems to be working perfectly. But also a pretty small sample size of games, so I'm not really sure if we can really declare it fixed or not, because it didn't actually do anything to it. It just kind of worked. So I wish they had listed what titles it wasn't reading so I could get a hold of those and try them out, but what can you do? So we're gonna reset. We'll try this purple one here and see what it does. So while I'm hooking this guy up, I noticed that it says GameStop refurbished, void if removed. I'm not sure if you guys know how I feel about GameStop refurb equipment, but go take a look at the video where we repair the Xbox 360 that was refurbed by GameStop. Not really a fan of their refurb stuff, so won't read games. So let's take a look. Let's just start Harvest Moon. I guess we should see if it turns on at all first. Okay, that's... It didn't do the do thing. Is that my favorite part of the GameCube? See if I'll do it with the lid shut. There it goes. Very nice because the lid was open. Okay, the lens has moved, so that motor is working. Harvest Moon. Here we go. Interesting. That looks like it's reading the game. GameCube player. Okay. Maybe I just have like the 4 easiest games in the world to read. Yeah, I mean, I did nothing. I haven't even tried these before. Okay, let's try the last one. Lego Star Wars. Yeah, I don't... What? Yeah, it's totally working too. Huh. So we are going to go ahead and crack this thing open. Anyway, I want to see if GameStop modified this one like they did the 360. So we're going to take a look inside, just because it's not difficult at all, and we're going to see what's going on inside. Also, I want to see how easy this power button is to remove, because I totally want to put that on the other one, because this is a lot better, and that one's chewed up, and yeah. So, to open these guys, I've lost my screwdriver. Here's your standard Nintendo bit driver. It's the bigger size of the two. I don't remember what size it is. I got it on eBay for like a couple bucks. They have all of the covers for both of these too. That's insane. Okay, so it's got 4 corner screws. Once you get the 4 corner screws out, they should just open up. This one has a little seal on it though, which we're going to need to cut. What if we don't remove it though? What if we just cut it? It's still good then. So I'm not removing it, right? It's still there. Didn't remove it. It didn't say if seal is broken. It said if removed. This looks pretty bone stock. There's a dead moth in here, but okay. So on the 360s, they have a power mod to drive the fan at 100% at all times. I didn't think they would do it on a GameCube, but I didn't know, man. They didn't, so I was curious. But this is what the inside of the GameCube looks like if you ever need to know. So once you're inside, all the screws are Phillips head. There's a whole bunch down here on the shroud, some in the holes here. These guys up here hold the fan on, and also the rest of the bottom. The front and back panels are actually pretty cool to take off. The little clips on the side here. Just kind of pop the clips up. They just fall off. Well, there wasn't a stupid GameStop sticker on it. Oh, now I've removed the sticker. GameStop warranty is void. Oh no. What do we do? The front panel comes off the same way, although you do want to be a little more careful because there's a ribbon cable on it. But it's one of those that you just shove in from the top, so you can just pull it out. It just shoves in. Yeah, I don't know what to do at this point, so it works, so I don't really know what to do other than just clean it up because there's some dust and stuff in it. But if you guys have any suggestions as far as how to see if we can get it to break, let me know. Leave me a comment, let me know. At this point, I have 3 working GameCubes, and I wasn't planning on having but one. So that's a thing. Power button should be pretty easy to get out of there. Let's see if we can do that. I have a guess of why the disc wouldn't read. If your guess is the same as mine, let me know in the comments. Actually, let me know what your guess is as to why they said it wouldn't read. I have a guess. Let me know what your guess is. Leave me in the comments. And if somebody gets it right, I'll let you know. And then I'll give it like a week and I'll just post my answer anyway. But I really like when you guys leave me comments because it's encouraging and or discouraging depending on the comment. But that's YouTube. Alright, so we're just going to set this aside. Don't grab it by the middle. This whole thing comes off. We'll take the silver one. And we'll compare the internals. Does that sound like fun? I guess at some point I could turn off the TV over there, but to be honest with you, it's adding a very slight amount of background noise to this otherwise dead quiet room. And I have ringing in my ears. I think they call it tinnitus, but it never goes away. So having a little bit of noise is quite nice. I normally not a fan, but the fans pick up too much on the cameras here, and it's a pain to edit the fan noise out, so we're not going to do that. So one thing to note so far, differences. So on the silver one, we've got screws look like this, a nice gold, nice silvery color, as opposed to the darker gold brassy color from these. These are what the Super Nintendo, or these are what the ones in the Super and the N64 look like. So it doesn't surprise me. These being a very clean, shiny metal is kind of surprising. Also, all the heads of all the screws are silver, as opposed to the kind of brassy ones here. Interesting. Also, don't know about the age of either of these. I don't know which one's older. If you guys do know that, let me know. I guess I could look it up online, but I just haven't. It is different. Anyway, we're not here for that. We are here for this button. This power button I have is all chewed up here. Look how gross it is. So we're going to take that off to replace it with this guy. So to get that out, there's 2 little nubs, one on either side, that compress to then push it through. And that's going to be the same on both of these. I'm not sure I can get it with my fingers, but maybe. So we're just going to take a flat head, push down, and the whole thing just comes right out. And we'll do the same here. And then we'll hope that they're actually the same size and they don't just look the same size. I don't know why they would change that small of a detail on a part, but they look absolutely identical. So ugly one goes here, pretty one goes here. And I don't think that they're keyed up and down. Yeah, so it's symmetrical, so I don't think it matters with which way you put it in vertically, but good to go. So we could technically take the purple buttons off here and put the purple buttons in the silver case. Might look cool. That was kind of stupid, doesn't it? What do you think? So I'm gonna put the silver back in. If you guys think the purple looks cooler, let me know, and I'll do the eject button too. It's kind of a pain to pull it out though. So if you guys want me to swap them in for purple buttons, we'll do that. If not, we'll leave them silver. So comments, let me know. Anyway, that's pretty much going to wrap it up for right now. Hit that like button, get subscribed, and let me know what you guys want me to do with these things. Because like I said, one of these guys is going to be getting its guts ripped out and a Raspberry Pi put in, which there will be a whole build log on that. And the other one, I don't have a clue what to do with. So let me know if you guys think I should test these further. Let me know if I should seal them back up and hawk them or what. I have no idea what to do here. So yeah. Also, ADD sucks. I don't know what I'm saying right now. But anyway, that's gonna do it for now. Hit that like button, subscribe. If you guys like the content I'm making, consider checking out my Patreon. Just throw me like $1 a month and buy me a cup of coffee. Check it out. It's in the video description. There's also a link in the outro. It'll be here in the middle somewhere. Check it out. And I'll see you guys in the next one.